For brown bears preparing to hibernate, they had long since become desperate for food. Even rotten carcasses would never go to waste. Every bite of fatty meat was a direct source of energy. Before winter hibernation, the brown bears began to binge eat. The first snowstorm of winter arrived howling. A pregnant mother bear began digging her den into the frozen ground. Now she would rely on her fat reserves to survive a long hibernation. As for the brown bears that failed to store enough fat, they were still working tirelessly, because to survive the harsh winter, they had no choice but to eat frantically. With the arrival of the second snowfall, most brown bears retreated into their dens. The northern winter was brutally cold. Outside temperatures dropped to minus 50 degrees Celsius. The mother bear stayed hidden in her warm den, sleeping soundly. Although several months passed, she still remained highly alert throughout hibernation. To conserve as much energy as possible, they would neither eat, drink, urinate, nor defecate. Even their breathing rate dropped dramatically. Very few animals could endure the bitter northern winter. Those that survived were never weak creatures. The wolverine was one of the few animals active year-round in this region. Though it looked like a small bear, it was actually a fierce predator. Unlike bears, they never hibernated. As long as they smelled food, they would search for it relentlessly. A frozen reindeer carcass attracted its attention. For the wolverine, this was a massive source of energy. Its sharp fangs could tear through frozen flesh. During times of food scarcity, nothing would be wasted. After eating its fill, the wolverine began tearing apart the reindeer carcass. Before leaving, it carried chunks of meat back into its den for future needs. By early February, the mother bear was no longer alone. Even while hibernating, she gave birth to 2 cubs. At this stage, the newborn cubs were completely helpless. The mother bear remained in a weakened state the entire time. Her milk was rich in fat and protein. It allowed the cubs to gain weight rapidly in a very short period of time. As the temperature gradually rose, spring slowly arrived in the wild. To feed her cubs, the mother bear had no choice but to search for food. But the cubs still depended on her milk. Meanwhile, she herself had not eaten for months. The mother bear taught her cubs the basic skills of survival. When food became scarce, she could only eat plants to regain some energy. However, that energy was far from enough for the 2 growing cubs. At this moment, a doe had just given birth to a fawn. After giving birth, the doe immediately ate the afterbirth to hide the scent of blood as much as possible. But the scent of birth could never escape the brown bear's nose. If the fawn wanted to survive, it had to stay hidden from danger. Using her incredible sense of smell, the mother bear found the fawn. The fawn tried to run, but a newborn was far too weak. Its speed was nowhere near that of an adult bear. This meal would help fill the bear's empty stomach. For the doe, it was a heartbreaking moment. Her loss became a feast for the wilderness. The cubs finally enjoyed their most satisfying meal of the year. This hunt replenished the mother bear and her cubs with much-needed protein and energy. After the cubs were full, the mother bear covered the remaining food with dirt to prevent other animals from stealing it. The well-fed family of 3 fell asleep beside their food. In the days that followed, they relied on this food to survive. As time passed, their food supply was eventually eaten clean. Unable to find more food, the family turned to plants for survival. The mother bear now understood how important nutrition was for her own survival. To feed the cubs, she needed tens of thousands of calories every day. As the cubs grew bigger each day, their energy demands also increased. The mother bear had no choice but to lead them to a special place to find food. Every year in mid-August is the salmon migration season. But this year, the salmon arrived later than usual. For the mother bear, this was a devastating blow. If they failed to catch food, they might not survive the winter. After waiting for 2 weeks, the salmon migration finally began. The mother bear knew she had to make up for lost time. Whenever she had the chance, she targeted female salmon. The roe, rich in protein and fat, was a superfood for the mother bear. The fresh salmon was delicious and nutritious, providing the energy the cubs desperately needed. Every bite they ate greatly increased the cubs' chances of survival. To gather more food, the mother bear hunted salmon tirelessly to feed her cubs. During this time, both the mother bear and her cubs stored large amounts of fat and protein. For a first-time mother, she had done an incredible job. Before winter arrived, she had stored enough energy for herself and her cubs. Winter was drawing closer. The mother bear began leading her cubs back to their den to hibernate. When spring finally returns, the two cubs will once again begin their journey of growth.